I was planning to make a video about how I learn Godot engine, like starting real-time strategy game from beginning, how the enemies and the player group, and I would draw them and make video. But there's so many people suffering, and my last pre-prototype, the action platformer with kids art for kids, it ended as a pre-prototype, and it ended in the place where the main character leaves the castle to help humanity with suffering. So if you know the famous legendary person back from a few thousand years ago, his name was Buddha. So he decided to go help humans. He was a prince, but he saw there's so much suffering, so he left behind his castle and went to the world to help people. And later we can find from scriptures that he was actually God himself. There are some faiths that say he wasn't God himself, but I believe he was God himself. This is my personal faith. So anyway, now I'm in that place where these huge groups of people are suffering because of gambling, because of real estate gambling, because of stock market gambling. And if I make this video about how I go very strictly to game development to launch this huge business, it's maybe not helping much these groups who have fallen so low that they have no access to devices, they have no access to other humans, no connections, because they have cut the connection because of the suffering. So why not make video about them? But how do we access them, right? If we have no connection to them, as they have cut the connection with the civilization. So I have tried many projects, small game about gambling, a game about violence and fighting against society. But it has never been successful enough. It doesn't really help them. It's just, it describes the problem to other people, but the suffering group itself is lost somewhere in the unknown, on lower stakes than I am in unknown hole. Not this hole anymore this time, but some other hole they have fallen to. So how do we address this unknown suffering group that is causing very much trouble to people around here? So let's say I have real estate, but I do real estate gambling. For example, I take car and drive to make fraud, or let's say I go and accuse people with loudspeaker on street while owning real estate. Instead of serving people from the real estate, I do this type of activities. So it's called like real estate gambling, right? Because it has unknown consequences, and these consequences are unpleasant and to many other people, and also to the person who does it. Or let's say I have real estate, but I try to buy another real estate to sell that fast to get a lot of money, but I actually don't improve that real estate that I'm buying. So I try to make fraud and sell that fast so that I would get money fast without improving that real estate. So that could also be called real estate gambling, because actually this way I lose money because I can't sell it now with more expensive price, and I don't have time to now improve it because I have work. And so yeah, there are many real estate gamblers, and there are also this stock market gambler who like made a child in the village, in town, and then they had fight. He freaked out and he wanted to impress people to get rich fast. So he started this stock market, very aggressive gambling. So how do I help these people? I don't know where they are at the moment. They are very far from here physically. So maybe make a video describing that again. So maybe not not go to this wonderful game development business only, but also to the direction of actually helping these gamblers. So I watch videos about gamblers, how do they suffer, what do they do. I read from Pocket Strategy about gamblers, like who has gambling problem, what to do. Then it's so boring. It's like it's yeah, they just waste the money and they are not responsible, and don't get angry at them is the advice. If you're a close person to a gambler, don't get angry at them because they are already very angry and this causes too much conflict. Right? Yeah, but it's good to know. But my very, very, really close people to me aren't gambling at the moment. So that isn't that helpful either. So, but people are disturbed. Why is there so much irresponsibility? No childcare, people not taking care of children. There's all over the place. So let's really turn it around in this part of town. Let's really take care of children, take good care of children, and do wonderful activities together with children. And let's turn it around, at least in this part of town. This is my call. We can build a wonderful place, a community, and a village or town here, where we do the right thing. We do childcare. And that's enough actually to turn around the gambling.